Hello everyone, welcome to TextMasterD.com. Let's solve a problem based on first theorem of Castigliano. The question is, find the vertical and horizontal reflection at A for the lamp post loaded as shown in the figure. Assume uniform textural rigidity. This is the figure that is given in the question. Here there is a point load P acted at point A. From A to B there is a curve, and from B to C there is a straight line whose length is h. Here the radius is r, which is, and the angle between this radius r and line AO is theta. Now let's solve. First let's calculate the vertical deflection. This is the same figure that is given in the question. Here there is a point load, and here we have taken XO. The distance of XO is radius, that is r, which is at angle theta from the line AO. So here this portion of the distance will be r cos theta, and this portion of the line will be r sin theta. Now let's calculate the moment, that is from A to B, that is moment AB. The moment AB will be point load P into perpendicular distance, that is r sin theta. So the moment AB will be P r sin theta. Now the moment BC will be point load P into the total distance, that is r. Here the moment will be PR. Now let's calculate the strain energy. Here the strain energy will be the summation of strain energy from AB plus strain energy from BC. So the strain energy from AB will be, the formula of strain energy is m square ds upon 2EI. Here from AB the moment we will take is moment AB, and here the limit will take from 0 to pi by 2, plus the strain energy at BC will be moment BC ds upon 2EI. Here the limit will take from 0 to h. Now let's put the value of m moment AB. We will get P r sin theta square. Here at the place of ds we will write r d theta, because suppose this is a triangle. Suppose this is a perpendicular distance. Here the length is r. Let's consider this is d theta. Here the angle is very small, that is d theta. So here the value will be r sin d theta. So as the value of the sin d theta is very small, we can write r d theta, and here value of cos d theta is very small, we can write r d theta. So here we have written at the place of ds, that is r d theta on 2EI, and we will now write the value of moment at BC, that is PR whole square, and here the distance will be, at the place of ds we will write dy upon 2EI from 0 to h. Now let's, here if you open the bracket, it will be p square r square sin square theta. So we will take the value outside, we will get p square, and now r square into r will be r cube. Now let's take 2EI also outside. Inside this integration we will only have sin square theta d theta. Here the value will be p square r square. So let's take the value p square r square outside the integration upon 2EI. Now we will get the value inside the integration is dy, limit from 0 to h. Now the formula of sin square theta will be 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2, integration from 0 to pi by 2. Here p square r cube upon 2EI will be outside the integration. Now the integration of dy will be y, the limit will be from 0 to h. Let's take this 2 outside the integration. Here it will get multiplied to 2EI. Now let's break this integration. Now we will get d theta from 0 to pi by 2 minus cos 2 theta d theta, integration from 0 to pi by 2. Here, in place of y, we can write h minus 0. Now, we will get the value as p square r cube upon 4ei. Here, the value of integration of d theta will be theta, limit from 0 to pi by 2. Now, the integration of cos 2 theta will be sin 2 theta by 2. Limit from 0 to pi by 2 plus p square r square upon 2ei. Here h minus 0 will be h. Now the value here will be p square r square h upon 2ei. Now let's calculate this. At the place of theta we can write pi by 2 minus 0. And here let's take this denominator 2 away from this bracket. Now let's put the value of the limit at the place of theta. Now we will get sine 2 into pi by 2 minus sine 2 into 0 plus p square r square h upon 2ei. Here pi by 2 minus 0 will be pi by 2. Here this 2 will get cancelled. Now we will only have sine pi. Now 2 into 0 will be 0. So we will have sine 0. Now the value of sine pi is 0 and the value of sine 0 is also 0. So this term gets cancelled. So we will leave with pi by 2 only. So now the value of the strain energy will be p square r cube pi upon 2 into 4, that is 8 ei plus p square r square h upon 2 ei. Here let's take a LCM of 8 ei. We will get p square r cube pi plus 4 into p square r square h. Now let's take p square r square in common. We will get pi r plus 4h upon 8 ei. This is the final value of strain energy we got. Now let's calculate the vertical deflection. The formula of vertical deflection is partial derivative of strain energy, that is del wi upon del p. So by partial derivating it, we will get 2 into p r square upon pi r plus 4h upon 8 ei. Here 2 gets cancelled with 8. Here we will have 4. So the final value of the vertical deflection will be p r square whole into pi r plus 4h upon 4 ei. This is the vertical deflection we got. Now let's calculate the horizontal deflection at A. This is the beam that is given in the question, and here let's introduce a horizontal force, that is Q, whose value is 0. Now let's calculate the horizontal deflection. Before that, let's calculate the moment AB. Moment at AB will be, before calculating the moment, let's see the value. Here the value is r sin theta. Here the value is r cos theta. And at this portion, the value is r minus r cos theta, because the value of this perpendicular line is radius, that is r. So here the radius minus r cos theta is the value of this portion. Now this is the effective length. Okay, now let's calculate the moment at AB. Moment will be P into effective length, that's r sin theta. So P r sin theta plus, as it is clockwise direction, the sign will be positive. And for horizontal force Q, the moment will be Q, and this is the effective length for the moment. So the value will be Q r minus r cos theta. So let's bring the r outside. So we will get P r sin theta Q r 1 minus cos theta. Now let's calculate moment BC. Moment at BC will be P into its perpendicular distance, that is r, P r. Now for horizontal force, the moment will be Q into r plus y. This much will be the effective length, Q on r plus y. Now let's calculate the strain energy. The strain energy will be summation of strain energy at AB plus strain energy at BC. Now strain energy at AB plus strain energy at BC. Now formula of strain energy is, for AB, moment AB square ds upon 2EI is the formula for strain energy at AB, and strain energy at BC, the formula will be moment at BC whole square ds upon 2EI. Here the limit will be from 0 to pi by 2, and here the limit will be 0 to h. Now let's put the value of moment. For moment AB, the value will be PR sin theta plus QR 1 minus cos theta whole square ds. In place of ds, we will write here r into d theta, because in the right angle triangle, suppose the length is d theta, here the value we will get will be r sin d theta, and here the value we will get r cos d theta. As the value of sin d theta is very small, so we can write r d theta, and here the value of cos d theta also very small, so we can write r d theta. So the integration here will be from 0 to pi by 2, and let's put the value of moment BC. We'll get PR plus Q whole r plus y dy from 0 to h upon 2EI. Now for easier calculation, we will keep this value of strain energy as it is. Now let's calculate the horizontal deflection at A. So the formula of deflection is partial derivative of strain energy, that is del Wi upon del Q. Let's partially derivate the strain energy. We will get 2 PR sin theta plus QR 1 minus cos theta. Now after partially derivating PR sin theta, this value will become 0. So 0 plus partially derivating QR whole 1 minus cos theta, we will get r whole into 1 minus cos theta r d theta upon 2EI, integration from 0 to pi by 2. Here after partially derivating it, we will get 2 PR plus Q whole r plus y. Let's partial derivative this term. On partial derivating it, as pr will be constant, it will turn 0. So 0 plus, and partial derivating q whole r plus y, we will get r plus y dy upon 2 ei from 0 to h. Here 2 will get cancelled. Here also 2 will get cancelled. So now the value we will get is r as the value of q is 0. Let's put the value of q as 0. So this term will be 0 and this term will become 0. Now what remained in this bracket is pr sin theta. Now let's open the bracket. We will get pr sin theta into r 1 minus cos theta into r d theta upon ei from 0 to pi by 2. Here in this bracket the value which is left is pr. So on opening the bracket we will get pr whole into r plus y upon ei 0 to h limit. Now let's bring this ei outside the integration. Now r into r will be r cube. So p r cube sin theta whole into 1 minus cos theta d theta from 0 to pi by 2. Now p r let's bring pr also outside the integration. Pr upon ei 0 to pi by 2 sin theta minus cos theta sin theta whole into 1 minus cos theta d theta limit from 0 to h. Let's bring pr outside the integration. Pr upon ei, here we will get r plus y whole into dy. Now let's open this bracket. We will get sin theta. Separate the terms. We will get sin theta into cos theta d theta integration from 0 to pi by 2 pr upon ei r plus y dy limit from 0 to h. Now let's separate the terms. We will get sin theta d theta 0 to pi by 2 minus, here in place of sin theta into cos theta we can write sin 2 theta upon 2 integration from 0 to pi by 2 d theta plus prei. Let's separate this term as well. We will get r dy integration limit from 0 to h y dy 0 to h. Here integration of sin theta will be minus cos theta. Let's write it down. And the integration of sin 2 theta will be minus cos 2 theta. And let's bring this 2 out of the integration. Here the integration of sin 2 theta will be cos 2 theta by 2. And let's bring this denominator outside. So we will get the value of integration of r dy will be, r is constant, so the integration of dy will be y. From 0 plus the integration of y dy will be y square upon 2. Now let's put the value of the limit in place of theta. So we will get minus cos pi by 2 minus plus cos 0. Here let's bring the 2 outside. We will get 1 upon 4. Now let's put the value of theta as of the limits. Now here minus cos 2 theta, in place of theta we will write pi by 2 minus plus cos 0. Now in the place of y we will write h minus 0, and in place of y here we can write h square minus 0 square upon 2. Now the value of minus cos pi by 2 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Here 2 gets cancelled and value of cos pi will be minus 1. So minus got plus. So here the value will be 1 and the value of cos 0 is 1. Here the value we got is RH plus here the value we got is h square upon 2. Here the value is 2 and here we got is 2 upon 4. Taking 2 as LCM, we will get 2 RH upon 2 RH plus h square upon 2. Here 2 by 4 gets cancelled to 1 by 2. We will get PR cube into 1 by 2 plus PR EI. Here let's bring the 2 outside. 2 RH h square we got. Here also we got value PR cube 2EI plus PR 2EI 2RH plus h square. Now taking 2EI as LCM, we get PR cube plus PR 2RH h square. Now let's take PR common. We will get R square plus 2RH plus h square upon 2EI, and the value of R square plus 2RH plus h square is R plus h whole square. So the value we got is PR R plus h whole square upon 2EI. Now this is the value of horizontal deflection at A. If you want to note down the solution, you can note down this is the question and this is the solution for vertical deflection, and here we got the strain energy for vertical deflection, and here the value of vertical deflection, and here this is the solution of horizontal deflection at A. So this is the strain energy we got, and this is the horizontal deflection at A we got. If you want, you can note down the horizontal deflection. Thank you.